Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Murphy's Market Minute with Elliot Omenson.
And Nathaniel Vossman.
And look at both of us repping the backseat baller swag.
Oh, yeah.
So not sure if any of you have ever had a chance to go check out our Backseat Baller podcast where we interview business owners about just the trials, struggles, and the things that they've gone through to get where they're at. But oddly enough, it's kind of picking up some steam, I think. I don't know about viewers and ratings and all that kind of stuff.
So we got some big guests coming on.
Yeah.
And that's what's really going to drive. You know, you got to start somewhere. And pretty thankful for the guests we've had, and we've got some big ones coming up.
Yeah. I've been pretty surprised how we've only been doing it for a year. And we have people like John Hoyer, who is a world champion fisherman, coming on board. We've had the founder of the International School Chaplains Association, who runs 43,000 chaplains in 33 countries, come on. We've had the former Google quantum physicist. We've got a major social media influencer, Guitaro 5000, coming on. That'll be later on this year. That's a big deal. Like, he's coming to Kansas City with an entire team of people, and he'll be here for 4 days. And that's a bit of a production to get somebody like that to come on to the podcast. But that'll be happening, I think, in September around the time of the Plaza Art Festival.
Yep, September. Yep.
Yeah, and then we have
John Cantrell, professional boxer.
Yeah, and isn't he like
ranked number 9, professional, undefeated? That's gonna be February.
Yeah,
it's not too far away.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting how within a year, somehow by some miracle, there's some pretty big names that are starting to come on board the podcast.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. So not exactly what my intentions were. I was really wanting Backseat Ballers to just be your average run-of-the-mill next-door neighbor who owns a business. But it helps for reach.
And, you know, at one point they were just regular run-of-the-mill people,
Yeah,
too.
I guess, yeah. That's a good way to look at it, right?
You know, further on and
in their journey.
Yeah, big names.
Yeah. So feel very blessed and grateful for that to be that way. So, the markets and how it's impacting you guys. You know, the S&P was pretty much flat, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, most of the markets were pretty much flat for the week.
The NASDAQ ended down almost 1% because of the AI pullback, did it?
But today we're kind of rallying.
I think the Dow was up about 1%.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So it's all kind of flat or mixed. I mean, it's not nothing significant is happening. And I think we talked about the Fed wasn't that the third cut for the year?
Yeah, third cut. And then we're looking, at least as of now, the consensus kind of looking at one more cut in 2026. But who knows? It could change depending on some data coming out.
Yeah, and I do want to touch on one thing. I don't mean for it to be political. I don't think it should be political, but I'm sure that it will for certain people that listen to our Murphy's Market Minute come across as political. I think something really amazing has happened this year in regards to job numbers. And I pulled some data on this, I think yesterday or the day before. The job numbers look flat.
For one big reason, I'd say.
And what big reason is that?
Well, we've lost a lot of government jobs.
Yes.
And so you look at last month, there was something like 160,000. Because I think like September was like the end of all those people who were like agreed to basically quit. And
yes.
So it's like a massive job drop, but outside of government, it's actually a lot stronger than it seems.
Correct. So the private sector job gains have been offset by the federal government job reductions.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of the things that I've always thought is a massive problem in America is that the federal government or government in general, I think the federal government is like 20. I think when you add all government positions together, it's a quarter of our GDP.
Yeah.
And they don't produce anything.
Which kind of goes against the whole idea of GDP.
I don't know how that gets to be included as GDP when you're not producing anything. You're just shuffling money, or you're just shuffling money around, and you have this entity that is sucking up 25% of the gross domestic production. Yeah, which I just think is absolutely insane. That's just my opinion.
I've always found it strange too how the government spending can like
count for domestic production.
Yeah, because it's like you want to strengthen your GDP numbers, just increase government spending.
Yeah. I mean, we could just, by that rationale, I could just increase the government spending to 100% of my GDP, and then I can make the GDP whatever I want it to be. And hey, look at me. Look how great we're. No, you're not. You're not making anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying the government's completely unnecessary. I'm just saying.
It's just a good point.
It shouldn't be a quarter. It shouldn't be a 20 to 25%.
Yeah.
Of the GDP. That is just my lowly, uneducated opinion.
And I think it is a good point, too, on the jobs, at least. Because, like, you hear job market.
Yeah.
And you do have to take that into consideration.
Yeah. And so I just think that when you're hearing all these numbers and you're seeing all this stuff, to realize that the gains in the private sector are being offset by losses in the government sector. That should give you, I mean, you can interpret that however you want. In my mind, what's happening is we're shifting more to the people that produce, and we're lessening the burden that is on the people that produce.
Yeah.
We are shrinking the bureaucratic leech, and I know I shouldn't use a negative term, I don't know what else to call it, the parasite that is the bureaucratic machine. And we're shrinking that burden that's on the people that are actually producing. And I can't imagine that's not a really, really good thing.
Yeah, because we're the ones paying for it.
Yeah. And I'm sure, like I said, there's, people out there that's going to interpret that as political. I don't mean it to be. I'm talking about it purely from an economic standpoint. The more you can lessen the burden on the people that are producing jobs and creating wealth and goods and services in America, I think the better off we are. It's just my personal opinion. So, and then where are we at with the tariffs? Has the Supreme Court ruled yet whether or not these tariffs can even go?
I think it's still in progress. But, even despite whatever the Supreme Court rules, there's going to be more to it. So that's only one step on the whole path.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the inflation numbers came in. There's a little bit of controversy around that. We're going to explain that just briefly. Because of the government shutdown that was 41 days. It was the entire month.
Yeah.
Right. Went over a month. Longest shutdown ever. What is it? The Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Yeah.
What they did is they carried forward from November's inflation data to October.
Yeah, September to October, yeah.
Showing a 0% increase between November to October. Okay. So that did artificially lower the year-over-year inflation numbers. I don't think it was all that significant. Most people don't really think it is. Most economists and people are waiting until the numbers come out in December to kind of really get a good gauge of it.
Yeah, and either way, even with the October in, it still would have been probably below expectations because the CPI print was 2.7. And the forecast 3.1. So even if October had a 0.2 or something.
Yeah, it's still going to come in lower.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's still above the target rate, and 2.7 is still above the 2% target rate.
Right.
But it just, things considered, it's not like it would have came in hotter than expected.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it is just to be aware when you're looking at those inflation numbers. That whole shutdown in that October month is kind of making things a little wonky. Other than that, the market doesn't really seem to be caring. We're at the end of the year where things are a little choppy anyways. I'm really looking forward to 2026 being a pretty phenomenal year in the market. And other than that, I think everything's still working pretty well.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So this will be our last one before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everybody. And I always tell people, here's the way I view it. Whatever you celebrate, feel free to wish me a happy whatever that is, and I will be happy you did, and I will wish you a happy what I celebrate, which is Christmas. So I don't know why I would never be offended if somebody wished me a happy Kwanzaa or Hanukkah
Amen
or Diwali or Ramadan or
anything.
I don't know what other things people do.
It all sounds like a party.
Boxing Day. Happy Boxing Days. I got a discount in Canada for an early Boxing Day celebration. And I will tell you something. I took that discount as if I celebrated Boxing Day. I don't even have a clue as to what Boxing Day is.
No idea.
I just hope it doesn't include me getting punched in the face. So happy Boxing Day or whatever, if you want to wish me that, if that's what you celebrate. But I celebrate Christmas. So happy Christmas, everybody. This is our last one until the new year, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
It would be till New Year. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You're right.
until then, Merry Christmas.